Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Immortality pre-show!
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide star, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
My name is the Ripper Danny B, and we're kicking this thing off 2 days before the Immortality main show with the first 2 matches in the Tag Team Turmoil Tournament to determine the #1 contenders for the Machines Tag Team Championship, which will take place on the 4th day of Immortality.
And for our so-called opponents tonight, we have one word to describe them, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T.
How good is it to have Enzo and Cass, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy here with us here in the pre-show, and this match basically serves to right an old wrong for these two. A number of months ago, some of you will remember that Enzo and Cass were unable to claim the Tag Team Championships, become the inaugural Tag Team Champions when they faced off against the Lucha Dragons, who you see enter in the ring right now. These two were unable to defeat their demons. The Lucha Dragons became the inaugural Tag Team Champions of the world until they were unseated the Tuesday following the Royal Rumble by Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin, the Machines, the current Tag Team Champions. Tonight, it's a chance for Enzo and Cass to show that they belong in the Tag Team title picture, and it's a chance for the Lucha Dragons to climb their way back to the top of the mountain. And here we go, the bell has rung. Now how this Tag Team Turmoil Tournament is going to work. This match, of course, is your traditional Revolution Rules Tag Team match with both men from each team in the ring at the same time. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of the second match we have in the pre-show on the main card for Immortality, and the winner of that match will face Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin for the Tag Team Championships on the main show on the very last day on Sunday. And of course, as I said, this one has so many personal implications for these 4 men. Enzo and Cass truly want to prove that they can beat the Lucha Dragons in a big match situation, and the Luchas want their chance once more to call themselves Tag Team Champions. Surprising strength being shown by Sin Cara as Enzo takes it to Kalisto. This, of course, your first look at Immortality, the Immortality Arena, packed to the rafters here. The biggest show of the year. This show we have been building towards for months, since January when we debuted the CWR. It's just been a hell of an emotional ride, and we haven't even gotten to the main show yet. I guess I'll wait to get all emotional about the whole damn thing when we get to the actual main show. But now it's Enzo Amore who takes advantage of the Revolution Rules first with that steel chair, whooping Kalisto with it. And Sin Cara continues to take on Big Cass and showing a surprising amount of skill against the big man. Looks like Enzo was going to go for the first real big move of the match. Kalisto goes for the arm drag off the top, however, and Enzo and Cass collide with one another off the unintentional, it seems, efforts of the Lucha Dragons. Now we have to wait and see how it goes here. Cass using his size there to easily knock Sin Cara off the top rope. Cara is gonna regret going up there when Big Cass delivers this. Down he goes, and I thought he was gonna crash all the way into that steel chair then. Enzo Amore, however, goes for the cover on Kalisto. There's a 2 count from the realest G in the room. Down goes Enzo, narrowly avoiding the steel chair, although he is now resting upon it. That could be a bad place. Kalisto sandwiching in between the chair. Still only gets a 1 count, and Colin Cassidy now turning things around and showing the teamwork that Enzo and Cass are going to need to win this thing. Big Cass taking care of his demons in Sin Cara there as well, and Enzo Amore once again goes for the cover. Nice effort there by Enzo and Cass, but unable to really get the job done. Now Kalisto takes advantage of a distracted Enzo Amore, and this could be a massive problem. We've seen Kalisto do this in the past. He's going to throw him over right on his neck, and that's got to hurt. There's 2 from Colin Cassidy on the other side of the ring, though. Kalisto did drop the cover. He's decided to go for it again. There's 1, 2, 3. And it did it. Cass was coming to save it there. He just didn't get there in time. Truly unfortunate for Enzo and Cass that the Lucha Dragons win and advance to the Immortality main show. Congratulations to the Dragons, and you know Enzo and Cass are not going to be happy about that one, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Lucha Dragons moving on.
It's a new day, yes it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event of the pre-show. This is a 6-man tag team match, and it is for the 2nd spot in the Tag Team Turmoil Tournament main event spot. I lost track of what I was saying there. Who knows what I'm going on about. Introducing first Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. The New Day. New Day excited as hell to be here. They have not really been much of an impact, and they've not really had much of an impact in the tag team division. However, let us not forget, in their ranks, Big E is a former CWR World Champion. He held that belt for 76 days, and now, rare occasion, he stands alongside Kofi and Xavier as the 3rd man in this 6-man tag team match. The 3rd man for the New Day. All 3 members are in this together. You gotta think that gives them the advantage. At least you would think that would give them an advantage, unless of course they happen to be going up against probably the most dominating male team in the CWR right now, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family. It was only 2 weeks ago, could have even been last week, I've lost track of time, that Harper and Rowan beat Joe and Corbin. They beat the Machine. They believe they should have just been granted the #1 contendership, and they are not happy that they have to be put in this situation, that they have to prove themselves once again. Harper and Rowan have been on an absolute dominating tear through the CWR since the Royal Rumble, and they're not happy that they have to go through this process right now, but of course there's only 2 of them. This is where things get interesting, because depending on who they've picked as their 3rd man could really shape how this thing goes. They know in their hearts, their black, cold and twisted hearts, that they could beat the New Day any given day of the week. But this is a 6-man tag team match, and that partner of theirs could make or break, and we're going to have to wait just another moment to see who they've got. But intimidating as ever are Harper and Rowan. I wouldn't want to face them, I tell you that much. Their partner this evening, weighing in at 380 pounds. Please welcome to the Revolution for the very first time, Braun Strowman. Guess we should have seen this one coming, really, shouldn't we? This is a difference maker. There's no 2 ways about that. You saw standing down there, all 5 men already out here paying attention, as it revealed that the 3rd man for the Wyatt family is the 380-pound Braun Strowman. Should have seen this coming, the close association with the Wyatt family over the years. Of course, this is the first time Braun Strowman has been shown to be in the CWR. This is his debut, and what a time to make an impact at Immortality. Braun Strowman could be the difference maker in this match. Look at him, just huge, intimidating man is Braun Strowman. 380 pounds of mass. And of course, this being a 6-man tag team match means we have traditional tag team rules. Luke Harper and Xavier Woods starting this thing off. And immediately into the corner goes Xavier and the Wyatt family making their presence known. Now the Wyatts will probably do the old school thing and just try and separate Xavier from the New Day, and it looks like that's exactly what Luke Harper has planned already, and immediately goes for the double team here with Eric Rowan. Over and down goes Xavier Woods there. Eric Rowan, the white sheep as it were. Loyal to a fault is Eric Rowan. Dangerous to boot. Nice body slam from the big man. Not entirely sure what Eric Rowan has planned here, but he's going after Big E. I guess taking out the powerhouse of the New Day is a kind of a sensible move from the Wyatt family here as Braun Strowman drops down to the mat. He's in the ring as Strowman. Xavier Woods now going out after Rowan and Big E. Strowman follows him. Eric Rowan just decimating Xavier Woods as it's now Braun Strowman who turns his attention to Big E. This is crazy. And there, Luke Harper now inside the ring. Looks like he's going to go after Kofi Kingston. This thing has descended into chaos. We are only a couple of minutes in. Of course, Eric Rowan and Xavier Woods are the legal men. They both make it back inside the ring in time, as Kingston and Harper continue to go at it on the outside. Strowman slowly making his way back, and look at Eric Rowan, just not even needing to pay attention. But Kofi Kingston going to make him pay, dumps him to the outside of the ring. Kofi Kingston makes his way back out of the ring, avoids a disqualification, but that mistake from Eric Rowan gave Xavier Woods plenty of time to get Big E in, and E not showing any signs of being hurt following that attack on the outside. But Eric Rowan isn't going to let that last. And into the match comes the big man. Here comes Braun Strowman, and how weird it is to call someone the big man when you're stood next to Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Braun Strowman, of course, maybe the greenest of all three. He's the rookie of the group, but he is definitely the most dominating, the most powerful. But look at the strength of Big E with a belly-to-belly overhead there. That is a near 400-pound man he just tossed over his head. But, Strowman showing his strength there. Went for the big boot, and Xavier, the smarts of the New Day, have just done in the Wyatt family. Luke Harper tried to run interference. The referee wasn't going to have it, but Eric Rowan now runs around the outside of the ring and turns his attention to Xavier. Kofi Kingston back in this thing. This is just utter madness, this match. Remember, of course, the team that wins this thing will go on to face the Lucha Dragons on the Immortality main show for a chance to face the Machines later on, and you just want to take as little damage as possible if you're one of these teams, because you do not want to be going into these later matches hurt. You have still got to win 2 more matches beyond this one to become tag team champions. And Braun Strowman just dominating here. Although I guess it's very, very interesting for Strowman, because despite the fact that the teams would have to go on, Strowman doesn't have to worry about that. He wasn't booked to be in this thing at all. Harper and Rowan were told to find another partner, so I assume it would be Harper and Rowan that would go on to face the Lucha Dragons and possibly the machines later on if they were able to get all the way through this thing. So I guess Strowman can do whatever he wants. And look at that tag team move there. Strowman got him up for the choke bomb. Luke Harper pulled him down so Kofi Kingston bounced off the floor with a ferocity like nothing I've ever seen. Kofi just trying to fight back against the two big men from the Wyatt family here. But a backbreaker by Braun Strowman puts that to rest immediately. Luke Harper goes back on the attack, maybe just giving Kofi Kingston a little bit of berth here. Kingston goes right back to his corner, tagging in Big E, and Strowman back into this thing and clobbers Big E. The Wyatt family seem like they're playing in this one. They're not even really trying that hard. And a belly-to-belly from Braun Strowman, repaying the favor from Big E earlier in the contest. And this cannot be good as the big man goes all the way up, comes down with fists off the top rope. E whipped across the ring, up into the air goes Big E. The sheer strength of Braun Strowman. Big E is 300 pounds and he's being thrown around like a rag doll by Braun Strowman. Nice backdrop there from Big E, puts him back in the contest though. Backdrop, it's a back suplex, I keep making that mistake. Kingston makes his way back into the ring, but Luke Harper quickly cuts off that momentum shift. The Wyatt family regain control as Eric Rowan pulls down the rope, allowing Kofi Kingston to go flying over the top rope, crashing down to the floor. And look at Luke Harper there. Takes out Xavier Woods, takes out Big E, just for the fun of it, and back to Kofi Kingston, who has his head chopped clean off by Luke Harper. Harper then saves himself and tags in Braun Strowman. The Wyatt family came in with a game plan here. They managed to throw the game off a little bit by bringing in Braun and using the sheer strength of the man with all the brawn. Look at that, torture rack breaker there. Wouldn't know exactly what you call that, but I know it hurts. Strowman back into his corner, and he's going to tag in Eric Rowan. Kofi looked to make some way towards his corner then, decided against him. That could have been a mistake as Eric Rowan comes in with a big knee, and into the bear hug goes Eric Rowan. Kofi's in trouble. Rowan lets it go, but the damage may have been done there by Eric Rowan. Kofi trying to fight back with the right hand. Great strength shown there by Kofi Kingston as he drops Eric Rowan into the gutbuster, and Kingston quickly making his way back to his corner, trying to find some reprieve. Eric Rowan goes to stop it, doesn't quite get it, attacks Big E anyway, but it's Xavier Woods who made the tag, and Xavier Woods who outsmarts Rowan, but Rowan comes right back in, DDT. And just for the fun of it, delivers a kick to Big E, wrapping up the illegal man, power slamming him right down to the ground. And a knee breaker there. Seldom used move by Eric Rowan, but it's very, very effective. Xavier, as we can see, starting to get some of his edge back, getting back into his corner, tagging in the big man. Big E makes his way back into this thing, but Eric Rowan cuts him off at the pass. Into the corner goes Big E. Nice clobbering move there. Eric Rowan just in complete control. There's nothing more to be said about this. The Wyatt family have dominated this. Goes for the roundhouse, misses it. Big E takes advantage. And Eric Rowan right back in this thing, just counters, dropping Big E onto his back, and there, this time it connects. That big boot, that swinging big boot, just hit Big E right around the side of the face, and into the corner goes Eric Rowan. And it's Braun Strowman who helps show him the way. Look at that tag team work there by Harper and Rowan. There's 2. There's 3. Braun Strowman does prove to be the difference maker. It's done. Here are your winners, advancing to the main show, advancing to the second round of the Tag Team Turmoil Tournament. The Wyatt family. Brilliant, epic work by these men who have thoroughly earned their spot. The Lucha Dragons. Wow, that's going to be something, isn't it? God almighty. Don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, because the main show is coming to you starting Thursday, 8 PM GMT. This is going to be huge! Good night, keep it sweet.